Good evening, everybody. A bit late today. Tess Crawley here. How are you? I've had such a busy day today, and I looked out my window and realised it's dark, and I have still not done day 3 of my 5-day vlog challenge. So I thought I'd better sneak downstairs to the rumpus room while the kids are upstairs busy with something else and have a quick chat. So I thought for day 3 today that I would follow up with some of the discussion around anxiety. So in my first anxiety video, I talked a little bit about what anxiety is, talked about the fight or flight response, and how we evolved as a species with the fight or flight response as one of our survival instincts. But obviously in the modern world, sometimes that instinct can kick in at the wrong time, causing an anxiety reaction or a panic attack in its full-blown form. Then in the second anxiety video, I talked about breathing and how we can use breathing to get a hold on those physiological symptoms of anxiety and bring them under control. Today, I've decided that I want to talk about the thinking components of anxiety, but it's actually quite a lot of content if I speak about all of that in one bite. So today I just wanted to touch base on catastrophic thinking, which is one form of unhelpful thinking habits that we can engage in that tends to exacerbate and maintain anxiety. So when we think about thinking, we call that metacognition. That's thinking about thinking. Nice bit of jargon for you for today. When we think about our thinking, something that you might not have really paid much attention to in the past is this idea that we have this running little commentary going on in our minds all the time. As a species, once we developed the capacity for language, it became quite useful for us to be able to label our environment as we're walking around. That's a stick, that's a snake, stay away from the snake. And obviously as time's gone on, it's something that we still do. If you pay attention when you're walking around, hello Frank, good evening, thanks for joining me. If you pay attention when you're walking around town, you might notice that you're chatting away to yourself, all in here quietly, having a lovely little chat, a bit like having the radio on in the background. And that's fine, we all do that. We all do that, have this running commentary. But sometimes that running commentary can be really unhelpful and we don't notice that we're doing it. And if we don't notice that we're doing it, it goes unchecked and it still has an impact on our feelings. So I'm going to explain that. There's actually quite an interesting little ABC model around how that works and how that maintains both anxiety and depression. But I'm going to talk about that another time. But today I just wanted to lay this idea at your feet of catastrophic thinking. Usually, catastrophic thinking can be identified by its first couple of words that are what if. What if I fail? What if I can't do it? What if I embarrass myself? What if I stumble over my words on a live video stream? All that sort of stuff. Now, if we spent a couple of days writing down all the what if thoughts that we find popping into our mind, what you might then find when you look back over that long list of what ifs is that none of them actually happened. So anxiety really, in terms of a cognitive process, is anticipating disaster and acting as if that anticipation of disaster is in fact a fact. So predicting the future and acting as if it's a reality. So our catastrophic thoughts will trigger an anxiety reaction because it, again, can trick that amygdala into thinking that we're under threat when the thing that we're what-ifing about hasn't in fact happened yet and in fact may never happen. So this is just a really brief introduction today about the cognitive processes involved in anxiety. There's much more to it, so I am going to give you little bites of cognitive information for you to chew over time. So today, just thinking about catching yourself what-ifing. I think there's a book, I'm sure there's a book called... no, I can't remember the title, but it's something about what ifs and what-ifing. But anyway, the whole idea really is about catching yourself what-ifing. If you hear that little thought process going on in your brain when you're actually contemplating doing something. So for new parents, it's what if my baby won't sleep through the night? What if I'm too tired tomorrow? What if XYZ. For people starting a new job or doing some public speaking, what if I embarrass myself? What if I don't know what I'm talking about? What if my mouth goes dry and I can't think of anything to say? For people who are, socially anxious, contemplating going to a party, what if I don't know anybody? What if I embarrass myself? What if I've got nothing to say? What if I'm boring? So catch yourself what ifing, stop and do a little bit of that breathing that I taught you to do last time, and have a think about whether or not you're going to choose to listen to and buy into that catastrophic thought. Keeping in mind it hasn't happened yet. Okay, so that's really important. It hasn't happened yet. You can choose whether or not you want to listen to that catastrophic thinking and let it influence how you're feeling, or whether you want to recognize it for what it is. It's a what if. It's a catastrophic thought. It's something that hasn't happened yet. It's not set in stone. It may never happen. So you could choose to instead engage your breath, calm yourself down, distract yourself with some other activity, and go on with your day. So that's it for today. I just wanted to share that with you. Have a little think about that. Throw me some comments if you want to ask me some questions. I'm more than happy to answer your questions. Let me know if that was helpful, using some likes and some loves on the buttons there. And don't forget, if you want to know when I am live to Facebook, that you can set those notifications to alert you when I'm live. And I look forward to talking to you again tomorrow for day 4. Have a fantastic night, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.